It took a 60-year-old man 40 years to learn what he's about to tell us in 10 minutes. What's good, people? Welcome back to another episode of Reaction to Small YouTubers' First YouTube Video. I'm Winston, and without further ado, let's get into the video.
What if I told you I just spent the last 40 years working out where I'm at now? And all those things that you think are important when you're younger, the perfect body, the big house, the perfect job, don't really matter. What really matters is what's going on inside you. And I would like to share with you in the next few minutes what I've learned in the last 40 years. You might ask, where did this come from? Well, 2 years ago, I had to stop work. I'm medically retired now. And that has given me a lot of time to reflect on my life and where I am today and what is important for me. And I started thinking, where did the time go? What have I achieved? I've done lots of jobs, from doing snow ski tours to working in bars, to working in off license and waitering, cooking.
Now, I reviewed an elderly one person's video before. It was a woman, and she was 60, and she talked about being broke. Here's a 60-year-old man, and he's talking about an ailment that he had. So, maybe he got an interesting story. I liked how it started off, but it kind of like started to lose my attention a little bit after a minute. But I'm still curious to what he has to say. I wish he would have introduced himself.
You name it. Teaching art, I've done it. But what has been consistent all through my life has been my artwork, my ability to continue following that dream of mine. Not necessarily being financially successful, but doing something that is important to me, that shows who I am.
I don't like that. Because the 60-year-old woman that we was reviewing, that was broke, she said she went broke chasing her dream. And here he is talking about, and he sounds sad about it. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it.
As a character and as a human being. And if I could go back in time and talk to my 18-year-old self, I would say the most important things in life for you is time and your health. In fact, I think I put my health above time, because if you haven't got a healthy life, then that really affects the time and what you can do with that time. And another thing I would suggest is don't drink too much or do drugs, because that...
See, this is an elderly man telling you he would tell his 18-year-old self not to drink or do drugs. Imagine whatever he going through now to feel like that's something extremely important to tell his younger self. Message.
Is going to take time away from you that is unbelievably destructive, and you're never going to get that back. And the older you get, the faster time seems to go. I mean, I immigrated here to the Netherlands 26 years ago, and I can't believe how quickly that time has gone. I see my 2 children growing up, and I wonder what happened to that youth, that time when they were small. I cherish that moment now, and it went so quickly. It was so quick. I mean, before I shifted here, I spent almost 20 years 15 years, I suppose, bouncing around, doing odd jobs. But do I regret doing that? No, I don't regret the time I spent doing that. I mean, I didn't have much money, but that didn't seem to bother me so much then. I honestly didn't think I'd get to this age. But the time I've spent jumping from place to place, moving from city to city, it was a wonderful experience when I look back. It was hard. It was fun. It was a bit crazy. But would I change that? No, I don't think I would, because it has made me the person I am today. And if I look back, I don't think I would want to change anything, because it's the experiences I have learned, good and bad, and some very bad, even some that almost took my life. But I think I'm a better person today. And the thing about giving advice to your younger self, who's going to listen to that? You have to go and experience things yourself. You have to make the mistakes yourself. And from that, you grow. And I'm very content for who I am inside as a human being. I live a very modest life. I'm still married, have been married for almost 30 years. I mean, that's an achievement in itself. Learning to compromise in relationships, learning to give and be a partner, be together. And we brought up our two wonderful kids. That is an achievement in life, and especially in today's standards where there are so many families being separated. Deep down, we
I want to
want
go back a little bit. My bad. Because I think he just said bump his whole theory.
a partner, be together. And we brought up our two wonderful kids. And be a partner, be together. Learning to compromise in relationships, learning to give, have been married for almost who I am inside as a human being.
Dang, I think it was this far back.
And from that, you grow. You have to go and experience the day.
Okay, here it is.
And the thing about giving advice to your younger self, who's going to listen to that? You have to go and
So I think he just switched up his whole theory, because earlier he said, these are things that he would tell his younger self. He'll tell him about time and health, and to not drink and to not do drugs. But here he's saying bump that. He's saying, who's gonna listen to it? You got to go through it and figure it out. See, I be taking notes. I be taking notes. So I be checking these people on their stuff. Do they contradict themselves in them videos? Do they say something different? All that stuff. Come on. I think his name is Rob. So I want to know how he truly feel. Would he have that conversation with himself, or would he not have it with himself? I'm gonna go back to, I think it was like 606.
And it's such a relief not having to play that game anymore. I'm lucky I have a drive in me to paint, to be an artist. And that keeps me going. That even as I am sick today, and I can look forward to doing something. I have a goal in my life. That is what I want to achieve. And that's what's important. I think we all need to find that purpose. Mine's painting and my family. That's all that matters to me. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm reaching that target. And with my sickness, I don't know how long I will be able to keep on painting. But at the moment, I will. I enjoy it. It gives me purpose. Because over the last 40 years, I've given my soul, I've given my physical ability I've worked for other people. And now this time is for me. This time is for really developing who I am. And this is the first time that I've actually been able to just concentrate on my art and not having worried about paying bills. They're always there, but, because we live such a modest life, I can just do what I need to do. What is important to me has always been inside me, and I've always been doing it. But now I'm allowed to let it out and let it be in the world, and that is such a nice feeling. I feel I'm finally achieving what my purpose on this planet was to be, and that's liberating. That's fantastic. I think also that, after 40 years, you learn to appreciate the people around you much more. You're willing to give more time for those people that you care about, or even people that you have just met that need help. And you're not after anything in return. It's not transactional, as some leaders might tell you in the world today. It's about who we are as human beings and the importance of being able to live together. The more we work together, the better this planet is going to be.
Okay.
But it's got to start at home, and it's got to start in your community, and then it's got to spread. And hopefully we can do that. So how do I sum up 40 years in just a few minutes?
Okay.
Look after yourself. Don't drink too much. Don't do drugs too much. Take care of your health, and you'll have much more time ahead of you. And enjoy that time and share that time with people you love. Because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. And remember, if you really like this, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And
I'm definitely gonna give him a thumbs up. So it's kind of crazy because I was sitting here writing notes and I summed up what I took from his video because I agree with the message that he gave me. So I summed it up as love ones, no regrets, live your life, learn your lessons, live your purpose, and live for yourself. Um, That's what I took from the video. This was a great message. It took some time to get there, but this was a great message. Um, and I think him using his own life experiences as a way to give this lesson, this would be great for young men. This would be great for anybody, but I feel like especially this would be great for young men. Look at where your life is. Look at where your life could be by making certain decisions, and especially when it comes to things that you have control over. You have control over your purpose. You have control over your life. You have control over your emotions. You have control over how you react to situations. I think this is a great lesson for young men. So this was Rob So Far Gone. It took me 40 years to realize what I'm about to tell you in 10 minutes. I know I added some extra words, but I felt like it's a oh well. 40 years of personal growth. Definitely getting a life. The message was received and appreciated. Look at that. I can type today. No, I can't. Drop a comment. Let's go check out his page. Now, I know you're wondering what made me click this page. Now, I was scrolling through YouTube and I came through the top. It wasn't the good Lord, it wasn't this banner. It wasn't this picture. It wasn't the name. It wasn't the subscribers. It was the fact that I didn't even read the about me section. I scrolled down, went to videos, went to oldest, of course, and saw a 60-year-old starting YouTube. And of course, normally I review the first video, but I'm like, this is a 60-year-old person with videos, and he has multiple videos, as you can see. Okay, I was like, no, I want to see his latest videos. And I just scrolled just to check out his page, and I saw that he has a bunch of different mediums. He said he's an artist, so of course I expected him to have a bunch of different mediums. But then I started looking at the viewership on some of these videos. 37, 2.4, 13K, 1.9K. I was like, whoa. Something is going on with his channel. Then I go look at his oldest videos. His oldest video is from 2 months ago. So his channel is getting all these views now, which is crazy. 2 months later, like what was the catalyst, right? So I went back to latest. I'm like, okay, I want to see what the catalyst was. Was scrolling and came across the video that we watched actually. Where is it? You see, it's gone. Wait. What's going down? Where that video go? I know how to find it. I think I know how to find it. Yep, there you go.
What if I?
Wow. 1.9K. I don't know how I passed it over on this page. I must have. I'm clearly blind too. So 1.9K 2 weeks ago. And I was like, okay, I want to watch that video because that video, I think it was his catalyst. Yeah. Where is it? Okay, here it is. The thumbnail threw me off. I don't know why. I should have read. I was looking for a thumbnail. But yeah, 1.9K. This is the video that just took off. So I'm assuming maybe because that was 9-minute video. I feel like people just generally don't stick around for that long. But I mean, it was a phenomenal message. It was a great message. So I guess it's a great morning motivational thing or something like that. It picked up in some algorithm and he's booming now. Now his videos, after this video, 2.4K. After this video, 2.5K. After that, 3.7. After that, 13K. Like, people want to hear what he has to say. People like the way he gives messages. And I enjoyed it as well. So I'm subscribing to the channel. I don't know how more people aren't subscribed. He has 570 subscribers, 28 videos. Overall for his channel, I don't think he has to do much. I think the best thing for Rob to do would to be, since he's looking at his life now, since he's looking back at his life, I think what would be amazing for his channel would be for him to look back at, though he said he'd been in a dozen cities. So tell a story about each city, right? And while you're telling the story about that city, since you love painting or you love art, do something artistic to represent that city or that memory of that city. And at the end of your story and at the end of your piece, you show the piece and then you tell the lesson that you learned or the experience, how it affected your life moving forward. And you clip both of those together. Boom. Now you have art that you created that you can sell, and you have a story for YouTube that you can present to people. I think that'll be a great idea for Rob. So far, good. Rob, so far, so good. That's his name. Looking at the banner and the picture is scary, Rob. I'm not gonna lie. The picture looks kind of scary. I get it. It might be a character, and it is cool at the same time, but it's scary. I think if people saw you there, they'll be more inclined to subscribe to your channel. Like a picture of you there would be great. Even up top. So far, so good. My YouTube journey, I love it. I like that it's colorful. I wish it had a picture of you. A picture of you so people know, like, hey, this is who I can expect on this channel. Let's check out your about me section. Oh, you got a long one. Welcome to my channel. So far, so good. I'm a 60-year-old artist living with chronic pain, chronic pancreatitis, and diabetes. Man, God bless you. For over 35 years, I've struggled to make a living through art, facing both creative highs and financial lows. That's what I'm saying with this idea, right? Imagine if when you told your story, you were going live. And as you're going live, telling your story, you're also creating the art. You can give the people in your channel, um, give them a chance to name the art, give them first dibs on purchasing the art, put the art on a website and mail it off. You can do a bunch of stuff. Retirement can be rich in happiness through social connections, volunteering, and hobbies. Cooking fresh local food, exploring historic sites, and engaging in free or low cost leisure activities. Of course, walking, cycling, and socializing. I walk daily, I cycle weekly. Let's go. And socializing enhance well being beyond financial means. A slow paced lifestyle focused on experience and well being can be deeply rewarding. Follow me as I embrace the journey and grow my YouTube. I like it, man. I like it, Rob. So far, so good. I think it's a great channel, man. I really I can appreciate listening to stories from my elders, man. I feel like it's always something to learn, and I take I take lessons to heart. I really pay attention to certain lessons, especially when they come out of nowhere. They come out of left field. This was a random video. I didn't know what to expect. I just saw a 60-year-old person, and I thought I was going to hear a sad story, but instead I found a lesson. And this was a lesson I'm pretty sure I needed to hear, which was focused on your loved ones. Have no regrets. Um, Live your life and learn your lessons. Live your purpose and live for yourself. I think those are all things we all need to focus on. Those are all important. Those should all be concepts of everybody's life. And I'm glad Rob was here to give me that message today. I think it was a beautiful one, and I'm gonna carry it with me for real. Let me know down in the comments, what message did you receive from this video? Is this a channel you're gonna go subscribe to? Of course, all the details are gonna be down in the description. I want you all to get active in these comments. Let me know throughout the video what you're thinking. And if you want your video reviewed, always just leave a comment and I'm gonna check it out. I'm always gonna be honest. I'm always gonna be open. I'm not gonna be harsh. And as you can see, it's gonna be a fun and good time. We're all so far so good. I appreciate your video. I appreciate your wisdom. I'm Winston. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I'm gone.